Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I wanted to share with you one of my favorite summer grilling recipes, and we'll be making my juicy grilled lamb kebabs with a garlicky yogurt dipping sauce. And these are so incredible. They're juicy, tender, flavorful, and so delicious. And that garlicky yogurt dipping sauce is a must. We're gonna start by making our ground lamb meat mixture with lots of spices, fresh herbs. We'll shape the kebabs and let them chill in the fridge, and then make that garlicky yogurt dipping sauce. And I also like to serve these with some simple steamed rice and a tomato cucumber salad on the side. And then once the kebabs are grilled, we're going to combine everything together to make one incredible summer meal. Seriously, this is one of my favorites and I know you're going to love it too. Don't forget to head on down into that video description box for all the recipe details up on my website. And now let me show you how to make this incredible meal. We're going to start with 2 pounds of freshly ground lamb meat. Drop that into a large mixing bowl. And if you could get lamb that's not vacuum sealed, like freshly ground lamb like this, that is the best. To our ground lamb meat, I'm going to drop in 2 large eggs, 2/3 cups of plain breadcrumbs, 1½ teaspoons of ground coriander, 1½ teaspoons of ground cumin, 1½ teaspoons of paprika. I have about 1.5 tablespoons of sea salt, lots of ground black pepper, 1/2 cup of plain yogurt, and today I'm using sheep milk yogurt. And now for all our fresh herbs, we need 1/2 cup of lightly packed chopped fresh cilantro. We need 1/2 cup of chopped fresh dill and 1/2 cup of chopped fresh mint. And all of these are very loosely packed 1/2 cups. I grated 1 extra large sweet onion into this mixing bowl using just a regular cheese grater. Next, I'm going to use a little zester, and I'm going to grate in 10 garlic cloves. And I have some that are a little bit large, so I'm counting this as 2. It's going to add so much incredible flavor. I love the garlicky flavor in these kebabs. And if you don't have a zester like this, you can also use a garlic press. And then add the grated garlic and onion into our mixture. And then use your hands and mix everything together. You want a very uniform mixture of the meat with all the spices and all the fresh herbs. Oh, this smells so good already. The fresh herbs, all those incredible spices, they add so much aroma. Next, I'm going to use a 1 cup measuring cup to measure out the meat mixture for each kebab. So I like to do approximately 1 cup per kebab. I'm just gonna pack it in there, level it off. We're gonna set this onto a baking sheet for now. And this way all of your kebabs are gonna be the same size and they're gonna grill evenly. And I've pre-soaked my bamboo skewers. I'm using these really thick bamboo skewers since it is quite a bit of meat. These will hold up nicely, and just let them soak for at least 30 minutes before you start shaping the kebabs. All right, and now for the fun part. So we're gonna take these patties that we measured out. We're gonna kind of shape them into kind of an oval or oblong shape first. And then I like to take my skewer, insert it through the center, and then we're gonna kind of work the meat on and around the skewer. Just use your fingers like this, kind of spread it out, shape it, and then set them onto your tray. Once you have your kebab shaped, it's time to let them chill. I'm gonna place this entire tray into the refrigerator, let them sit there for at least an hour or 2, or you can let them sit in the fridge overnight to allow all those flavors to really come together and for the meat to set up a little bit. If you place the kebabs onto the grill right away, you kind of run the risk of the meat sort of falling apart, or it's gonna fall off the kebab. It's still gonna taste good, but I do recommend letting them chill. So while these are chilling, we're gonna make our garlicky yogurt sauce, which is so delicious. For our yogurt dipping sauce, we're going to start with some yogurt, and I love the sheep milk yogurt. I think it's really delicious and also very appropriate for these lamb kebabs. We're going to need about 1.5 cups of yogurt. You can also just use plain regular yogurt. Next, add the zest of 1 large lemon. I just love the flavor this adds to the dip. It's lemony, it's zesty, it's garlicky, so delicious. Squeeze in a little bit of lemon juice. I usually add about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Use a zester to grate in 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. I love to have lots of garlic in the sauce. Pour in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Season this with a few teaspoons of sea salt, ground black pepper, and last I have 2 tablespoons each of fresh dill, cilantro, and mint. So the same herbs we added into the ground meat. Mix this all together and our yogurt sauce is ready to go. I'm just going to cover it, let it chill in the fridge until I'm ready to serve the kebabs. Once the kebabs are nicely chilled and you're ready to enjoy them, it's time to get your outdoor grill preheating. I usually set mine to a medium-high flame, let it preheat for about 10 to 15 minutes so the grates are extra hot and the grill should get to about 550 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also make these in the oven. Just preheat your oven to about 450 degrees Fahrenheit, turn them every so often, and then use the broiler to give extra color on the top. All right, let's head outside and grill some kebabs. And then close the grill for faster cooking. Once they're nicely charred on one side, go ahead and rotate them. And make sure to temperature check these as you cook them. I usually cook them to about 145 degrees Fahrenheit. And as they finish grilling, you want to take them off onto a plate to rest. And to go along with the kebabs, I'm going to throw together a really quick salad. We have 1 large red bell pepper sliced, about 3 cups of sliced cucumbers. I like to use little Persian cocktail cucumbers from Costco. We have 2 large heirloom tomatoes, a small little onion, and then also some green onions, a couple tablespoons of fresh dill and fresh cilantro, juice from 1 lemon, couple tablespoons of white wine vinegar, nice generous pour of a good quality extra virgin olive oil, generous amount of sea salt, and last, some ground black pepper. Toss this all together and the salad is good to go. It's so delicious. You want to make sure you add the dressing right before serving so the tomatoes don't run. And now let me show you how I put together a plate of all this delicious food. So we're going to start with a layer of some steamed white rice. And then add a kebab or 2 over the top. A little bit of that incredible salad. And then you can either pour the sauce over the top. I personally like to have a little bit on the side. And then let's dig in to enjoy this most delicious meal. We're going to start with a little bit of that meat. Dip it into the sauce. Look at that. Oh, that's so good. And this fantastic grilled lamb kebab dinner is ready to be enjoyed. We have our delicious kebabs on the side and they smell so good when they're on the grill. The salad, the dip, the rice, this all comes together and looks so beautiful on a plate too. Definitely one of my favorite summertime dinners. Don't forget to head on down into that video description box for all the recipe details up on my website. And now let's dig in to enjoy. These kebabs are so incredibly tender and juicy. I like to dip them in lots of that garlicky yogurt sauce. The first thing that always comes to my mind when I take a bite of these is, wow, they are so incredibly delicious, so juicy and flavorful, and that garlicky yogurt dipping sauce adds even more incredible flavor. If you are looking for a new and delicious grilling recipe this summer, you have to give this one a try. It is so incredibly delicious. And I love having this incredible tomato cucumber salad on the side. It's so refreshing and it's the perfect complement to this delicious dish. This type of food just makes me so happy. It's so delicious and so aromatic and perfect for summer, and I know you're gonna love it too. Thank you so much for watching my latest episode, and I'll see you next time with a new recipe.